Here we are in the Philippines, Davao, an island off Davao City in Mindanao, southern Mindanao. And I'm here with Dr. Robert Lockhart. He's from Australia. He's been practicing a fruitarian style diet for over 20 years. And he's about 70 years old. He does some interesting handstand type movements as he's been into chiropractic for many years. And check this out. Wow, that's great. How would someone get started on walking on their hands, like the first week? What would you recommend for the first week just to get moving on their hands?
Learning how to do a handstand up against a wall is the best idea. All I've got over here is a mask. Let's show them up against the mask. I hope we're not committing any taboos by doing this.
Religious taboo.
You start out as though you're Usain Bolt in a race. Get ready, get set, and then kick up. Touch the ball, okay? I'm against the nose. Get a stretch. Get your balance in your wrists and your forearms. 10 seconds is enough, then you come down.
That's great. How did you get started eating all this wonderful fruits? What made you switch your diet from regular standard Australian diet?
Yeah, by doing, I was into the sporting field in Australia playing rugby, and I was also in the surf lifesaving movement, but I started to develop arthritis. I was eating too high fat and too high protein a diet. And that was consequently, my body was telling me, you've got to either change or you will get worse. So I didn't want to get worse. I was starting to lose my hair, and I had only 30% of movement in my right knee. Very, very painful. So what I did was change my diet overnight from a meat-based and grain-based diet into a plant-based diet. And I did that by adopting natural hygienic principles as taught by the American natural hygiene movement, which has now become quite a big movement, and also embracing the 80-10-10 diet. The 80-10-10 diet recommends your calories be obtained 80% calories from carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates from fruit, maybe 10% of your calories from protein-based foods, and 10% fats.
So with when you were transferring to this way of eating more fruits and veggies, and you're around your family and your wife and your friends, and they go out to dinner, how do you deal with that when you're going out to dinner?
Yeah, if you're going to a really nice restaurant, just make sure you can get a decent salad there. Having greens and vegetables is not quite as good as eating fruits, but often also just having a fruit salad is sufficient too. Fruits all mixed up together in a salad isn't quite as good as eating just one type of fruit alone, where your body is not strained by eating many types of fruits, which is causing a little bit more strain on your body. So it's better to keep it simple. But if you're going out in a social environment, I initially would have had, 45 years ago, I was still eating a little bit of cooked, but only vegetables, no animal products, okay? So some steamed cooked vegetables, lightly cooked, would be fine. And as you transition, you'll gradually drop those off. And during the last 25, I've dropped that off completely to where I'm 100% fruit now. Maybe occasionally, once or twice a month, I might have some green leaves or a green smoothie or whatever, but I find that if you've got access to a range of tropical fruits fresh off the tree, then you can sustain yourself very adequately.
How about, I know you've grown many trees. I've seen your wonderful trees and durian farms, and you've grown coconut trees from babies to, you know, very high, and I've seen you climb the trees. And as far as your diet now, how much sleep do you need? What time do you kind of finish your eating during the day? How many calories, for people that are watching calories, how many calories do you think your body needs to stay nice and lean and trim like you?
Calories, I don't really count calories, to tell you the truth now. Initially, when you're going on a